Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, June 26, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the Forex economic calendar today. No important data overnight. However, we got some data from the Eurozone in form of the GfK German consumer climate from the Germany minus 21 points, which means that the consumer climate deteriorates even further, worse than forecast, worse than previous reading. Eurogroup meeting starts at noon. Then we will have the speech from the ECB lane at 40 minutes past 12. Building permits from the US are one of the key important data scheduled for today, together with the manufacturing sales and wholesale sales from the Canada. And the rest of the data are new home sales and the crude oil inventories. New home sales are scheduled for release at 4 o'clock and crude oil inventories 4 o'clock. 5-year note auction will take place at 7 o'clock, and at the end of the day, Fed bank stress test will be released. This data will be released at 10:30. So quite interesting day for today. Most likely the New York session should be much more susceptible for the data release. Let's start our technical part with euro-dollar. The euro-dollar on the 4-hour chart is showing us the weakness after the poor data from the Germany. We got the technical support located at 1.0668, and as you can see, we've been testing this trend line, the orange trend line here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there you go. This is the trend line I'm talking about. We've been testing it quite extensively, but every time the market broke above this trend line and tried to run, the price was pushed lower by bears. Eventually, we've made something like a double low. Last more try to break above the trend line, it was capped twice, and then big movement to the downside, bounce, and now we continue to the downside. So next target for bears 1.0668, then 1.0650, and eventually the swing low, which is located at 1.0598. Momentum remains negative, turned down sharply just recently. Right now it's roughly around the level of 38 points. So it looks like the bears are in charge of the market and they will be pushing the euro-dollar lower. Let's take a look at another market, which would be the US dollar to the Japanese yen. And we can see the completely opposite situation here, as the US dollar to the Japanese yen is moving up. On the daily time frame chart, we are very, very close to the high from the April 29th, which is located at 160.20. The recent low was made at 159.93, so we are only 27 pips away from the yearly high. The momentum is strong, the momentum is positive. It looks like this situation might be a trigger for the further strengthening of the US dollar index. So let's take a look at the US dollar index to see whether this is only the temporary strength or there is something behind this situation. So this is a daily time frame chart. Let's switch to the 4-hour chart. We are again testing the trend line. The technical resistance at 105.72 on a US dollar index 4-hour chart. We broke above this resistance. Now the next target is 105.89. This is where we are heading. As you can see, big spike to the upside as the markets, as the US dollar is getting stronger across the board, and the momentum is strong. Momentum is positive, 63 points. There is still room to the upside. There is room to the upside here. Where is the next technical resistance? The next technical resistance, if we place it correctly, can be seen at the level of 106.46. This is the double top from the end of the April and beginning of the May 2024. So if we break above this level here, 105.89. Then the next target is 106.46. You can see that from the bottom here, let me just place the line so you can see the technical support. Roughly the technical support was 103.96. So this is a very important technical support, and from this technical support we got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So if the uptrend should be continued, then the next situation here would be higher high, higher low, and then eventually 106.48 will be hit. So the situation on the US dollar index is still very dynamic. Bulls have a control over the market, they are pushing the market higher, and the US dollar is strengthening all across the board. If the US dollar is strengthening because of the crude oil data, let's take a look what the crude oil is doing on the 4-hour chart. And you can see we got very nice bounce from the 72.48 level. We just tested 82.48 level as well, and now we are heading we are consolidating the recent gains. This is the technical support that was tested a few times. To the point is 80.61. There was a slight breakout lower to the level of 80.23. Nevertheless, it was quickly bought back up, and now we can see that the bulls are trying to resume the uptrend and break out above 50 periods moving average, and then of course above this last swing high. The situation here is very similar to the situation on the US dollar, which is quite interesting, because we got series on the 4-hour chart. We got series of the higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows from this low to this high. So that swing looks very impulsive. We can even count 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2, wave 3 and wave 5. So we got 5-wave impulsive pattern here to the level of 82.48. then some kind of a consolidation, some kind of a pullback. Market is ready to go higher. RSI is at the level of 52 points, so there is still a possibility for the RSI to go back above the level of 70 points and the market to go even higher. If we break above 82.23, where shall we go? So the next target would be eventually 84.44 and then 86.27. As you can see, this situation here is very positive for the bulls. We shall expect higher prices on the crude oil. And now, the last but not least, let's take a look at the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. The recent low was made at 58,460 and 34. Now we are testing the lower channel line, a lower wedge line. We break below this wedge towards the extremely oversold conditions. We've been talking about it quite extensively, about the situation with the RSI, because it was unusual situation both on the 4-hour chart and on a daily time frame chart. We haven't seen this kind of oversold levels since 2023, October 2023. So that's quite interesting. Now we are testing the technical resistance at 62,122. All right, we got first indication that this technical resistance might be harder to break than it looks like. We got longer weeks on this candles. This one looks very bearish. So if we want to break basically above, this is the level of let me just move it here, 63,296, we cannot say the market is back to the bullish to the uptrend, right? And the bulls will not have the control over the market. We are still below the level of 50 on the RSI. Remember the level of 50 is the level that is neutral, that separates the negative sentiment from the positive sentiment. So we shall wait for the further market developments. If you want, you can check how much did we retrace already. From the low to the high is 6%. Yes, it's 6.93, almost 7% we retraced. This is 7% movement on the Bitcoin, so it's not that bad, but we need more momentum. We need the momentum to break above the level of 50, go towards the extremely overbought conditions, so that would be somewhere around $67,000. For now, the situation is unclear. However, bulls are doing quite well. They are buying the dips, and they are waiting for the market to move even higher above this crucial technical resistance, 63,309. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.